What does it take to write a song? Uh, well, here's one. Uh, Gee, it's great to see you. You're so nice. All the days of my life, I'll be seeing you. Now, there's a song. What did it take to write it? Um, just uh, the desire to say something with melody, which our ancestors have been doing forever and ever and ever. The other possible question is, what does it take to write a good song? So in order to do that, you probably first just need to do a lot of listening to songs. Ultimately, it's going to take a tool belt. I cannot give anybody any talent. You've got to bring your talent to the table. You've got to bring all of your experiences, who you are, what you've seen, what you've heard, what you've tasted, what you've smelled, your ideas. Bring all of that to the table, and then your job is to shape those into songs, and that takes tools. And so my job, as I see it, is to give you information, to tell you what the tools are, to suggest maybe how they might be used, and then to help guide you through the process of using the tools and make you more adept at the process. My publisher is delighted that that Writing Better Lyrics has been #1 on Amazon in songwriting forever. It's interesting. I just found out a week ago that Janelle Monáe has Writing Better Lyrics on her shelf, and she's really doing. John Mayer, of course, he says that he keeps Writing Better Lyrics on the tank of his toilet. Um, and when I first heard that, I really didn't know how to feel about that. But I just come to accept that as long as there are no pages missing, I'm okay with that. We chatted a while ago, and he said that he had just given Writing Better Lyrics to Justin Bieber, and Justin called him a couple of weeks later and said, "I've written my first metaphor." And not all of them are singer-songwriters either. Justin Tratner, who's in LA writing for everybody, was one of my students, and I don't know how many hits he's been involved in. And of course, Gillian Welch, who's one of my students, is I think now 12 or 13 Grammy nominations, and I think 5 Grammys into her career. But there are the success stories, which are really nice. But if you're writing songs, I think you're growing as a human being. I think probably for every success story, in terms of people going out and making records and filling stadiums or whatever they do, for every success story, there are hundreds of folks who have also gone through the process, who are now listening to music more deeply, writing better songs, thinking about things more deeply. A lot of the week is going to be working on generating ideas. I'm going to be joined, by the way, by Mark Schultes, who's a wonderful musician. So we will be dealing with whole songs and having people write whole songs. But because there will be a number of folks there, I haven't quite decided on numbers yet, but I'm probably going to put some teams together. Maybe 3-person teams or 4-person teams on some days, so that if you come along and you don't play an instrument and have no musical knowledge, but you like playing with words, come along, and we'll put you in a group where you can contribute and come up with ideas, and there'll be somebody else who can play guitar or piano or something, and so you don't need to read music, you don't even need to play in order to do it, but you do have to have some interest in writing and in writing well. I encourage you to come along to the McGregor Summer Songwriting Retreat. I think we're probably going to have a fabulous time. You're going to meet some folks that you haven't met before who are just as passionate about what they do as you are what you do. And when those kinds of folks get together, anything can happen. So come along and have a great time, and we'll see you there.